increase buyer resistance. Do you have a long sales cycle? Do you have a situation where your clients, you have to spend a lot of time working to try to convince people to buy your product or service? That's a long sales cycle. Why? Because there's buyer resistance. There's either buyer resistance because they don't trust you, or there's buyer resistance because they don't think they need it. Remember, guys, you have competitors out in the market. My home inspector, the home inspector is the worst possible example, because a home inspector is usually right now a transactional situation. But your lawyer, your massage therapist, your chiropractor, your any kind of home improvement, any kind of health and wellness, you do have competitors in the marketplace. But who's your most devastatingly, rapacious competitor? Who's the competitor out there that takes away all your business? It's doing nothing. It's them doing nothing, right? So part of what you need to do with your process is to get them into action. You do have to beat out a competitor if you're in a very competitive market, but many times the issue is, are they going to do anything? And then once they engage with you, are they going to follow it through to completion? So these are some of the, one more thing I'll mention here. Stuff can be the answer for how to really, really attract high quality, consistent business referrals from your business network, because it's a great way for you to promote your partners. It's a win-win-win-win-win-win situation, because what you're doing is it gives you the opportunity to help your clients solve problems and improve their lives beyond your simple way of doing it, the role you play in their lives. You can help them connect with other people, and you can promote your clients. It creates opportunities for partnerships, strategic alliances, all that kind of stuff. So these are the different opportunities. There's a few more things, but what we really want to talk about is what's the itch for you, okay? Because what we'll be able to do for the next, call it 20 minutes, is we'll go down through the different industries and we'll think through what's the opportunity here. And the other piece of this is what stuff over here is going to scratch that itch. What stuff here could, if you created it, could help you with lead generation or intake and conversion or strategic alliances or building celebrity or creating new income or increasing client satisfaction, whatever that thing is. And we want to really, because we're going to be following this with our working session, so what we really want to do is get clear on what is the deliverable that you really want to create. And if you create that deliverable, which hopefully we're going to make big strides in creating during the working session, but if you create that deliverable, what would be the promise or the product? What would be the impact in your business? So let's go through some of the different stuff, and let's see which of those might be applicable in your business. And what we want to think about is, in your head, imagine if you had it, okay? If you just could snap your fingers and have this stuff, high quality, branded, looks good, absolutely in a situation where it adds value to your clients, adds value to your prospects. Your prospects and clients are better off because you created it than if you hadn't created it. What would be the potential impact in your business? And what we want to do is think about, as we move forward and get closer to, okay, deliverable, how can we do it easily? I'll give you an example. All right. I've been talking for about 15 minutes, 10 or 15 minutes. I'm recording it. I'm audio recording it. I took a picture of this. I also took video of this in case I want to splice it together. That can, within probably an hour after I'm done talking, that can be combined, transcribed, maybe put together with some slides, some graphs, all of which I can outsource if I wanted to. I won't do it because I'm pretty bad at outsourcing content creation, because I like to create content. But I could take this audio and send it off to somebody on Fiverr or somebody on Craigslist and say, transcribe this, make a PowerPoint based on the presentation, make graphs, make even illustrations, make cartoons based on it. Any place where I reference, say, a outside resource, create a resource list to be applied there. All of these are, even more things are possible. We'll talk about those. I'll do little asides as we go through. But all of those things are possible and very easy to create if you're clear on what the goal is. If my goal right now, and I'll tell you exactly what my goal is to make sure that the people who are part of the big community, and specifically the big network partners, have access to this way of thinking where they can share their gifts out to their clients, to their business network, to further their mission in their business, right? Their mission of helping businesses run more smoothly, bookkeeping. The mission of helping people avoid major pitfalls in their business and life, financial advisor, tax attorney, making sure that their business is growing and that they have fewer headaches, printer, making sure that the transition as seniors get older and pass away, that the transition of their estates and their trusts handle more smoothly and huge hand grenades don't go off in a person's life when they already had a huge hand grenade go off in their life, which is the death of a loved one. Estate concierge, estate attorney. Help businesses grow, my business networkers and my business coaches. Help people get clarity in their business, my life coach. Help people be pain-free and in wellness, health and wellness, chiropractor. Help people avoid buying a money pit sinkhole and learn how to take control of some of the things in your home, my home inspector, okay? And the list goes on and on. Those are the business missions that people are involved with. And the creation, distribution, the wide and wise sharing of this stuff helps further that mission. Now, oh, by the way, it's also going to make you money. It's also going to attract these people into your customer buying funnel. Oh, by the way, it's going to decrease your buyer resistance, increase your sales cycle, and make it easier to convert and to intake and convert people. It's going to make it easier to onboard. It's going to make everything easier. But at the very start, what you're doing is you're saying, I want to share my gifts more widely. I want to share my gifts more wisely. And doing that is the function of stuff. Stuff makes it easier, more leveraged, for you to do the thing that you already do, but do it more widely. So let's take a tour of stuff. And as we do that, I'm going to try to connect for you the stuff, with the place in your business where it can play a big role, some of the ways that you would share it out into the world, some of the ways that your partners would share it, some of the ways that your clients, customers would share it. But what are the benefits? What makes it compelling? I just want you to keep in mind, easy creation, okay? The next time we do this working session, you in the room, right? We do this as kind of a blueprint, and you'll probably, in the future, I'll probably just have people watch this and we'll just answer questions before we get started with the working session. But in the room right here, with your laptops, with a homework assignment, right? The diagnostic, which I'll walk you through. It's not really a diagnostic, it's an inventory of your assets. What do you have? What do you need? What format they're in? How ready are they to be included in your stuff? You have all that stuff on your laptop. We have our video if we need to create some video. We have our camera if we need to create some photos. We have our scanner if we need to scan some things in. We are knocking stuff out to the point where at the end of the session, you have a version 1.0, version 1.1, version 2.0, wherever you started, you have a version of that deliverable. And you've leveraged the other people in the network. You've identified things that can be repurposed. Some article that you've written can be used in a book. You may have a chapter of your book that becomes a chapter of somebody else's book. Okay? You may have articles that become part of somebody else's client handbook. But all that said, we're going to make progress towards the deliverable, accelerate